Okay, so for the definition of fraud and identity thief. Okay, so identity thief is defined by various crime in which criminal use the identity of an unknowing innocent person. For example, they use credit or debit card numbers, personal information, and social security numbers. Okay, then basically 18 to 29 years old are the most common victims because they use the web most and unaware of risk. Then e-commerce has made it easier to steal and use card numbers without having the physical card. This is because we rarely use our debit card or credit card to buy things and we register it in the e-commerce so that we can buy things in e-commerce easily. That's it.
There are actually three techniques that are quite popular nowadays that are being used to steal your data. The first one is phishing, the second one is smishing, and the third one is phishing. So what is phishing exactly? It is some kind of technique being used to trick user into submitting their credentials. They normally use email to send out their malware. For instance, do you see the difference between these two login forms? Not much, right? In terms of UI, they are almost identical and legit. But if you look careful on the URL, there seems to be some distinct there. Most of the phishing site can be determined when we look at it URL. So what if we fill in our Google credential in this phishing site? Boom. Your Google email and password has been exposed. So guys, when you see any suspicious email, just ignore them or even delete them. So, how about smishing? Hacker uses SMS in order to trick you into giving them your private information. Are you familiar with this text message? I'm sure some of you had received one. Even I am not exception. As out of nowhere, you suddenly being notified of being randomly paid and won a huge amount of money. Who wouldn't want that, right? And then when you click on the link that they provide, they ask you to fill in your bank account or any other private information. So that's how they steal your credential to smishing. So now we have talked about phishing and smishing. So what is phishing? Phishing attack being conducted through email, whereas smishing was conducted via text message or SMS. So how about phishing? Phishing use voice to conduct their attack. Have you suddenly received any call from an unidentified number? Sometimes they stated that they are a representative of some kind of enforcement organization or even of a bank. And then they started to tell you a story of the thing that you did wrong. So that they urge you to give them your credential in order to fix your problem. So that's how phishing was performed. Now that is the three major techniques that are currently popular nowadays.
Hi, I will talk about response to identity theft. Let's say, for example, if you see unauthorized transaction on the account, you might thinking what you should do. There are a few steps though in order to respond. Firstly, you must contact your bank or vendor, then dispute any charge with your bank or credit card company. You must file a fraud or police report, then switch your bank draft to new account or cards. Finally, monitor your bank and credit closely.
There are three types of sinister program in cybercrime. The first one is worm. It does not destroy files. It designed to copy and sell itself. It brings computer down by clogging the memory. The second one is Trojan horse. It does not copy itself, and it often remains hidden to the user. And the third one is logic bombs and time bombs. Logic bomb and time bombs is the variation of Trojan horse. Do not disrupt computer function until triggering event or operation.
So there are some recommended safeguards to prevent that from happening. First is make backup, and second is change password frequently, and third one is use antivirus software. Next is computer security. First is encryption, where the message will be encoded when enter the network and decoded when received. Second is internet security by using firewall, where hardware and software keep unauthorized users out of network system. Lastly, by using virus prevention, just like what I said in the recommended safeguards, we can use antivirus software on PC and backup regularly. We also can use biometric approach. Biometric is a biological characteristic. It is unique to an individual, such as our fingerprint. Since it doesn't use external items such as card, keys, so it's much more secure because it can be stolen.